What's up, people? Man, I'm here, ready to go to sleep. It's been a long day. I've not been able to talk to you guys. Been listening to a lot of different people, a lot of stuff on boxing, but I've been out most of the day, moving around. My stomach's giving me a little problem, though. I have some gas in my stomach, so it is what it is. As you can see, I really want to sleep right now. I'm tired. We're going to talk a little bit about boxing. So as you can see here, Ryan Garcia, he's without an opponent. Avery Sparrow got arrested for some felony or something. And the interesting thing about it is Avery Sparrow is the guy that beat Hank Lundy. It would have been a good matchup for Ryan Garcia. And that could have been a fight in which Avery Sparrow could have won. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, it is one of those things which, I mean, I'm amazed. Shout out to Intangible Boxing. Jackson the Hopeful, what's up, my brother? So Intangible Boxing says, Kovalev cherry picking Canelo instead of taking the money, make a trilogy against Elita Alvarez. You guys are so funny, man. Oh my God. How is he? How is he cherry picking Canelo, man? Canelo is the draw. He's a cash cow boxing. You know, aside from Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez is the dude. He's the face of boxing. I wouldn't turn down that fight. That's a good paycheck, man. And the opportunity to become number one in the sport of boxing. You beat Canelo, you get the crown. So, I mean, Elita Alvarez, what he beat Elita Alvarez. I mean, that trilogy could be always there, but that Canelo fight will not always be there. So, dude earned it. He's getting a paycheck. Canelo Kovalev, yeah, it's been announced for, what is it, November 2nd, I think it is? December 2nd. Yep, it's on. I was watching I was watching D Style and Beeb. Beeb was Beeb Beeb straight up was just talking. Beeb was saying, yeah, I think Canelo beats him by stoppage. D Styles talking about, the size and reach of Kovalev, and Canelo's never faced that power before, and I'm laughing. I'm like, dude, that's the same shit they were saying with Triple G versus Canelo. When Canelo feels Triple G's power, you know, the thing that makes Canelo different to all them motherfucking fighters out there is Canelo's got defense. He's got defense. Very good defense. And that's what these guys just don't understand. He knows how to ride punches. You say Canelo got caught clean by Triple G. No, he didn't. He rode the punch. You know what I mean? Triple G also rode some Canelo punches, but the point is he knows how to ride a punch. You know? And he knows how to slip a jab. He knows how to get past a jab. He knows how to bob and weave from a jab, dip from a jab, slip a jab, roll a jab, parry a jab, catch a jab. If Kovalev couldn't land a decent jab on Anthony Yard, who has no fucking experience as far as I'm concerned, should never have been in the ring with Kovalev, and Anthony Yard snapping back from fucking jabs. I mean, Kovalev snapped back Anthony Yard's head like 2 or 3 times in the fight, but Yard could handle Kovalev's power. They're saying he could have handled Kovalev's punch. It's not that. It's that the motherfucker knows how to slip a jab. He's slippery. He knows how to bob and fucking weave. Okay? But these folks today don't know shit about. But I'm shocked that D-Style don't understand that. Talking about he will feel Kovalev's power. How many times we had to hear that shit? They said the same thing. Oh, when he tastes Danny Jacobs' power. When he tastes Triple G's power. How many times we got to hear this shit? Right? Austin Trout had a good jab. Erislandy Lara had a good jab. Danny Jacobs had a good jab. Fucking Triple G had a good jab. And? So what? All those guys are tall. Danny Jacobs is 6 feet fucking tall. He's the same height as Kovalev. He don't got the same reach, but he's the same height as Kovalev, man. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh, Kovalev's got a great jab. And Danny Jacobs don't? Danny Jacobs got a better jab. He got more jabs than fucking Kovalev. Please. Oh, Kovalev's going to be a bigger dude. And Danny Jacobs wasn't a bigger dude. Triple G wasn't a bigger dude. I mean, come on. How many times we got to hear the same shit? All these guys always caught up in power. Always caught up in oh, the guy could box a little bit. How many boxers has Canelo faced and beat? How many? Y'all was even saying Triple G was outboxing Canelo. You know what I mean? Come on, man. This ain't no fucking rocket science. D-Style is counting on Canelo moving up so much in weight that he not gonna do nothing to Kovalev. Canelo's gonna do more to Kovalev than Anthony Yarde did. Why? Why? Okay? Mika Cotto did more to Daniel Gill than Gennady Golovkin did. Why? Why is a small little 154 pounder doing that to a bona fide fucking middleweight? It's called placement, folks. It's called timing. It's how you place a fucking punch. Bernard Hopkins, when he dropped Oscar De La Hoya, it wasn't because he had power. Hopkins ain't known as a knockout artist. It's the placement of the fucking punch. But see, you motherfuckers always obsessed with fucking power. It's boxing. It's not a fucking strongman contest. It's not about how I can punch a hole through a fucking wall. You know, y'all got all absorbed with the Mike Tyson era. Tyson could punch through concrete. Who gives a fuck? Didn't do nothing to Holyfield. Shit, not Holyfield nullified his ass. Intangible boxing. Sergio Martinez didn't murk Paul Williams because of just power. Exactly. It was timing and placement. Thank you. Because Paul Williams could take a punch. That motherfucker could take a punch. He just never saw it coming. It's the punch you never see coming, you can't brace for. If you are throwing a fucking punch, if I'm throwing a fucking punch at you, right? And you hit me with a punch in my body, that's going to hurt me more than if I didn't throw that punch and I was just shielding and bracing for that impact, right? Why? Because one, I'm not expecting the punch. Two, my muscles are contracted and extended. So you hit me, I'm going to be in a fucking spasm. Timing and placement. And Kovalev, it's too late for Kovalev. He could take how much steroids, he could try to train his ass off. He's not going to be able to do shit about that. If Canelo connects with that motherfucker, he going to be just going down the shield and protect his body, and he going to leave his head exposed. And we all know he ain't going to have no jab. He going to put away the fucking jab. How many times do I have to talk about this in videos? How did Floyd Mayweather take away Oscar De La Hoya's jab? He countered him up top with the lead right, and he countered him to the body with a right to the body under his jabbing hand. And he took away his fucking jab. How did Anthony Yarde take away Sergio Kovalev's jab in the 7th and 8th round? He went to the body, went to the liver. Then he started going liver spleen, liver spleen, liver spleen, up the middle, uppercut. And what happened to Sergio Kovalev? He put away the fucking jab. Why? Because he's keeping his hands at home, protecting his fucking body. Oh, come on, man. This is boxing. This is not, oh, I'm going to hope and pray that Canelo gasses out. Oh, I'm going to hope and pray that Kovalev catches Canelo with the full weight of his punch behind it. You're hoping on a prayer. That's called a puncher's chance. You're hoping and praying that Canelo has a worse gas tank than Sergey Kovalev, which is never going to happen. Kovalev got a worse gas tank than Canelo. Why? Because Kovalev had bad fucking practices in his life. He didn't build his body right. While Canelo was eating the right things, doing the right stuff, Kovalev was drinking his ass out. I think Sergio Martinez had like a 50% KO ratio too. Yeah, he was known as no knockout artist. He wasn't known as a knockout artist, right? Andre Ward is not known as a knockout artist. In fact, if you go and look at his percentage knockout ratio, it's less than 50%. So he stopped Sergey Kovalev because he figured out he was soft to the body. All right? How did Elita Alvarez drop Kovalev 3 times? He went to the body, then came over the top of the overhand right. All right. y'all be clogging Canelo nonstop. Canelo eats the right things. You know what that means? That Mexican beef. Oh my God. I'm just saying. Nobody said the fight is going to be. Nobody said that the fight is going to be easy. No fight is ever easy. Okay? No fight is easy. Nobody says Kovalev don't have a puncher's chance. Nobody's saying that Kovalev won't catch him with the jab. Nobody's saying that Kovalev won't land a power punch on Canelo. But what we're saying is, once Canelo sees it, he's going to brace for it. He's going to brace for it. And he'll either ride it or roll it. Kovalev couldn't even land a really good punch on Anthony Yarde. How much y'all talking about the jab, the jab, the jab? Anthony Yarde really wasn't affected that much by Kovalev's punches. He could take him. They was hurting him, but he could take him. You know, they just had a game plan that was very, they had no plan B or C. The game plan was to take Kovalev into the middle rounds where he's tiring and take him out. That was their game plan. And they didn't quite take him out, so it backfired. That was the whole game plan with Anthony Yarde. Inexperience, of course. Right? Kovalev was going. If they had continued what they did in round 8 and round 9, but by then Anthony Yarde had run out of gas. But if they had continued what they did in round 8 and round 9, or they paced themselves a little bit better in round 8 and came back in round 9, they would have taken Kovalev out. We wouldn't be talking about this right now. Right? And that's Anthony Yarde. Folks, Anthony Yarde has no fucking experience at the championship level. None. Zero. In fact, he became a contender off of one fight. So he didn't even have contender experience. And a guy with so limited experience against such an experienced veteran of the sport who has faced top tier guys consistently, for him to almost lose to that guy tells you how weak Kovalev is. He's not strong to the body. He's not strong to the body. Do people understand what I'm talking about? When I say somebody ain't strong to the body, do they understand what I'm talking? This is boxing talk. This is boxing. Canelo's going to kill that guy. He going to kill him. It's going to be a massacre. Do people understand this? I mean, this is boxing. I can only talk boxing, folks. I cannot talk I can't talk what I don't, I can't talk something outside of boxing. I don't deal with hopes and prayers and wishes. I just don't deal with it. I may be wrong in my prediction, but I don't deal with hopes and prayers and wishes. It always makes sense what I'm saying. It's not just stylistically. Canelo's stronger than Kovalev. I can definitively say that. He's stronger than Kovalev. Canelo will quicker take a Kovalev shot than Kovalev will take a Canelo shot. Triple G, it has been said, in sparring, backed up Kovalev. Triple G, a 160-pounder, backed up a 175-pounder in sparring. Triple G can't back up Canelo. So if Triple G couldn't back up Canelo was walking Triple G's ass down. You telling me Canelo walked down Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.'s ass. A former 175-pounder that went down to 168 and did a catch weight at 165 against Canelo. That's a guy coming down from a higher weight class. Y'all say he was weight trained. All right, fair. But he ain't weight trained for the whole entire fight. Early in the fight, he wasn't weight trained. When you're weight drained, you get weight drained later on in the fight. 5th round, 6th round, 7th round. The first 4 rounds, Canelo was still dominating that motherfucker's ass. Why? Why? He wasn't weight drained then. My point being this, which you guys don't understand. Canelo's a big dude. Y'all talking about he walk around at 180. No. Yeah, Canelo is about 180 pounds now. At middleweight, he's about 20 pounds heavier. He's 180 pounds, even in shape. He'll come down. Now he don't have to come down but 5 pounds. That 180 pounder, all right? Kovalov's probably a 190 pounder, 200 pounder, right? So when you think about what I'm saying, y'all even made that, they even rationalized that with Kell Brook and Triple G. You know, Kell Brook, you know, whatever. Yeah, Canelo's never fought at 175. But he's fought at 168. And the only difference between this fight and Rocky Fielding fight is Sergey Kovalev has been at the championship level multiple times. He's been world champion multiple times. He was world champion against Andrew Ward, lost it, got it back, got back the championship, lost it to Elida Alvarez, got it back, ain't gonna lose it again to Canelo. And if you don't watch it, he might get it back again. He's that kind of dude. But it's okay. I'm gonna ask y'all this. Sergey Kovalev against any other of the world champions in his division. In fact, Sergey Kovalev against Badou Jack. Who wins that? Understand, Badou Jack and Dimitri Bivol are not 175 pounders. Badou Jack is a 168 pounder, and Dimitri Bivol is a 168 pounder. Campaigning at 175. Does Sergey Kovalev beat Dimitri Bivol or Badou Jack? If you tell me no, tell me why. Because Dimitri Bivol continuously beats bigger guys because he's got mid-range game. Badou Jack consistently beats bigger guys because he's got inside game. He knows how to get to the inside. And you telling me Canelo, who is really a 168 pounder now, you're telling me that Canelo can't get to the inside of Sergey Kovalev? Really? No, really. No, really. No, really. No, really. Which is a harder fight for Canelo? Gavordik, Bivol, BWF, Badou Jack, Katie Plant, or Sergey Kovalev. Now I put on the same level, even though probably because he's a little bit younger, I put Callum Smith on the same level as Sergey Kovalev. In fact, I think Sergey Kovalev is a better boxer than Callum Smith. To be honest with you. Callum Smith's a little bit sharper. Sergey got a lot more craft and a little bit more skill. It faced top or higher tier competition than Caleb Plant. Not Caleb, but Callum Smith. All right? Anthony Durrell, same thing. You know, I don't want to see Canelo against Anthony Durrell. Canelo dust Anthony Durrell. See, I just think about the styles, and then I think of what Canelo can do, and I think of what Anthony Durrell can do, and I say to myself, that's a bad matchup for Anthony Durrell. Right? We could still watch it play out, but that's a bad matchup for Anthony Durrell. Because we've seen him against Badou Jack. We've seen what Badou Jack did to him. He got no answer for a guy on the inside. Sergey Kovalev got no fucking answer for a guy on the inside. And Canelo's going to get to the inside. He's going to get to the inside. And then what? What's Sergey Kovalev going to do? Grab him? He still hasn't learned shit. He don't know how to fight on the inside. So he's got to hope and pray that he can keep Canelo on the outside. Which is not going to happen. It's just not going to fucking happen. Right? And all this bullshit about foot movement. Foot movement, when you try to create new angles, right? Especially guys like Sergey Kovalev and these dudes, you know, with your virtual footwork, guess what? Canelo know how to counter that by pivoting with you. And once he pivots with you, he takes off the angle from you. Okay? In fact, Canelo know how to trick you to go down the wrong line. He's a counterpuncher. Because he has upper body movement that's a little bit different. He adds an extra flavor to what he does. Throw you completely the fuck off. He's crafty. Ask Danny Jacobs. He said this guy quicker and he's craftier and he's more skillful than I thought he was. Alright? And Kovalev gonna say the same shit Except he gonna be lying on his act. He gonna be lying looking up at the ceiling when all is said and done, right? Because he's gonna get dropped and he's gonna get stopped. That's the difference. Danny Jacob ain't soft to the body. Triple G's not soft to the body. Eris 90 Lara's not soft to the body. All right, they're not soft to the body. This other guy was not soft to the body. Austin Trout wasn't soft to the body either. All right. We saw what happened with James Kirkland. We saw what happened to Liam Smith. We saw what happened to Amir Khan. We saw what happened to Rocky Fielding. Guess what? Kovalov's in the same category as those motherfuckers. Treat the body bad. There's no coming back from that shit. And they want to fight this year? Motherfucker need to fight next year. He need to get ready for Canelo in December of next year. Not this year. He never gonna get ready. And Buddy McGregor can't do shit to make him get ready for Canelo. They're gonna try to tighten up on their jab. They're gonna try to sharpen up on their punching. They're gonna try to work on their footwork. They're gonna do what they do best. They're gonna try to work on that as much as possible to offset Canelo. Which ain't gonna work. Shit ain't gonna work. Because Kovalev is a finite boxer who has been found out. He's been exposed. It's not that he's over the hill. No, he ain't over the hill. Motherfucker got exposed. Andre Ward exposed his ass. Alright? He's an outboxer and that's all he is. I'm gonna read this one because Intangible Boxing, my dear, oh dear. Intangible Boxing says McGregor gonna have Kovalev looking like Gaddy against Mayweather Jr. You remember that one? You remember that one? Kovalev's exposed, man. That's what gave Anthony Yard and Tunde Ayala, not Ayala, but whatever, that confidence that they could have beat his ass because they knew, he was soft to the body. That's his thing. That's his problem, right? And like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. Canelo, y'all keep on harping on Canelo has stamina problems. I didn't really see that much stamina problems against Triple G, and they were throwing punches like mad in that fight. Okay? And Kovalev doesn't have near that level of activity that Triple G and Canelo had in their two fights. All right? So, I mean, Canelo throws combinations to the body and to the head. I mean, it's just a bad matchup. It's just styles make fights, man. It's a bad matchup for Kovalev. And like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. This fight could end up being Kovalev's last fight. It could be a career ender because Canelo has been reported to have killed a sparring partner, Javier Haragui. Okay? This fight could be that kind of fight. Because when Canelo has so much free reign on this guy, Kovalev ain't gonna just lie down. That motherfucker got heart. So he's gonna try and stay in the game. He's gonna take some bad punishment. It's gonna be fucking brutal in there. Like you said, Intangible, this is like a Gaddy fight. This is like a fucking Gaddy fight, man. I think Cove will go out like De La Hoya against Manny. Dude, this is just not a good fight for Kovalev, man. It's not. The difference with De La Hoya was dehydrated. The motherfucker going to get. I heard there's not going to be a rehydration clause. There's not even going to be a catch weight. Like Canelo's just going to go up to 175 and beat this guy down. This is gonna be brutal. This is what we call an ass whooping. This is gonna be an ass whooping. And Canelo's taking it seriously, which he's supposed to do. But this is no Demetrius Andrade fight. This is no Billy Joe Saunders fight. You know, this is not Canelo versus Demetrius Andrade. This is not Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. You know, this is not even Canelo versus Jamal Charlo. You know, them guys strong. They strong. And again, there's a difference between strong and a good power puncher. Kovalev got good power. Once he can get you at the end of his stick, he got good power. He's not really a short range. He got heavy hands, so he can hurt you with his hands. Even when he throw a short punch at you, he can hurt you with his hand. He got heavy hands, right? But to say that he's strong, he's not physically strong. He's not physically strong, right? Jamal Charlo's physically strong. You know, Billy Joe Saunders is beast strong. He's very strong. Physically very strong. All right, Canelo is a tank. You can see that. He's built like a fucking tank. He's very, very strong. Right? I look at your Demetrius Andrade. He's getting stronger. He looked like he filled out in 160 now. He looks strong. All right? These guys are strong guys. You know what I'm saying? Triple G's a strong motherfucker. Very strong. Kovalev's not strong. Andre Ward is a strong motherfucker. Man, I can talk about Andre Ward all day. There's nobody I think that can beat Andre Ward. You know, I would have loved to see Ward versus Mayweather. Because Ward, I mean, you know, Ward's got that mindset, man. He may not have the amount of skills that Floyd has, but he got a beast mind. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, yeah, that's Canelo versus Kovalev. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia versus Avery Sparrow. So Avery Sparrow, man. Avery Sparrow had a felony. A warrant out for a felony, and he just got arrested for that. It's kind of fucking up timing, if you ask me. Because he had to go to a weigh-in, and the dude couldn't get to the weigh-in. And that looked like a very compelling fight. The interesting thing about this is both both Ryan Garcia's opponent and Devin Haney's opponent, which is Abdullah, they both faced Hank Lundy. Avery Sparrow, the most recent win over Hank Lundy, dropping him twice. And then Abdullah, you know, had a very competitive fight in Russia against Hank Lundy before. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hulk 33 says, I have a question. There are a lot of people saying that Canelo couldn't knock out guys like Cotto, GGG Jacobs, and so on. What makes you so sure he can stop or knock out Kovalev? Body punching. Body punching. Like I said, Kovalev is not strong to the body. He's weak. And that's not going to change anytime soon. He's weak to the body. All right? Whereas Miga Cotto is not weak to the body. Miga Cotto has never been put down by a body punch. Danny Jacobs has never been put down by a body punch. Who's the other guy you said? Triple G has never been put down, period. Body punch or not. Okay? These motherfuckers are strong motherfuckers. They're tough and they're strong. Kovalev is long, rangy. He got power, but he's not strong. He's weak. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Canelo's a strong motherfucker. Strong. Very strong. Okay? Canelo has not ever been dropped. Canelo has not ever been put down by any body punch. Okay? He's a strong motherfucker. Okay? So there's a difference. Like I say, I keep on talking boxing, but y'all don't seem to understand. It don't register in your head. It doesn't register up here. You don't understand the language I'm talking. When I talk about strong and I talk about power, they're two fucking different things. You know, but I could talk this over and over, and you motherfuckers not. It's going one ear and it's going to come out another. There's a difference between being strong and having power. Zab Judah has power, but he's not strong. You could bully Zab Judah. You know, why Zab Judah lost to Miga Cotto? Cotto started roughing his ass up, or wore him down. But Zab Judah, he was hitting Miga Cotto with some flush ass shots. So what did Cotto do? He started hitting him in the balls. Started rocking him in the balls. What did Zab Judah do? He didn't try to punch Miga Cotto back in the balls. No, he started bitching like a little girl. Looking at the ref like, hey man, the man punched me in my balls. The ref gave him some time. Cotto went back to the balls. Then he started hitting him with his shin. Hitting him with his elbow. Started roughing his ass up. That's how he weakened him down. And he started hitting him with shots to the body. Andrew Ward started wrestling Kovalev on the inside. While Kovalev was clinging onto one arm, Andrew Ward was working that motherfucker's spleen. He was working his body. He was working. He once he had a free hand, he was working that motherfucker on the inside. Wore him down. Because he's not strong on the inside. But when you're a strong fighter, when they hit you so to the body and shit, and you can reposition that motherfucker. You just turn him. Turn his motherfucking ass. Boxing. See, I'm trying to talk boxing to you guys, but you guys don't understand what I'm saying. I keep on saying it over and over, and you guys just don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. Because a lot of you guys never boxed before, so you don't understand what I'm saying. If a motherfucker, there's some veteran moves where you can hit guys in the hip. It's not legal. You could thumb guys in the eye. You know, they got you in a clinch. You could bite them on their fucking gloves. Bite down on the gloves. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got you in a headlock and they're pressing down on the back of your head. You know, it's rough ups tactics. You know what you do? If they pressing down on the back of your head, motherfucker. Because that takes energy out of you. And if you're not strong, see, there's a difference between strong and powerful. If you're not strong, you can't handle that shit. It's going to wear you down. It's going to wear you down. Some of them throwback fighters couldn't handle that shit. They got tired. Why? Because the motherfuckers be partying and drinking and smoking. Be wearing down their bodies. Yeah, they fit, but they're not healthy. Are you watching the fight? Which fight is that? You're talking about Klitschko using the back of the head. He pressed down on the back of the head. If a motherfucker constantly pressing you down on the back of the head, you know what you're supposed to do? You're not supposed to let that motherfucker do that forever. No, motherfucker. No. That's why you got to learn how to bob and weave. And that take a lot of energy, but you got to learn how to bob and weave. The first thing you do is you go down and you take a knee. Go all the way down and you take a knee. Let him push you down. Let him push you all the way to the ground. Second time, when he try to put his fucking weight down on you, you're going to learn how to dip, roll, and elbow that motherfucker. And it's going to look like if you're trying to throw a jab. You got to do it slick. Or you elbow his fucking ass. Elbow him in the head. I'm just telling y'all some of the tricks of the trade. It's good though. You got to learn how to do that because these motherfuckers, man, that's how some of these guys get cuts. Sometimes you throw a punch, but you're really striving to hit him with the elbow. You throw the punch, maybe the guy slips the punch, but he doesn't slip the elbow. You catch him with the elbow still. You cut him. Don't be fighting dirty. I'm going to get your ass. You have to learn how to, because it's a fight, so you have to be in there understanding and being prepared for whatever these motherfuckers try to do. You know, if they fighting clean, you fight clean. If they fighting dirty, oh, you want to be rough and tumble and ugly? Okay, fuck it. That means Marcus and Greenberry rules is out the window. Okay, it's a fight now. And you just deal with that. You still outbox their ass, but you still deal with them. You must know how to do that too. Because in infighting, it's not always clean. These motherfuckers like Sammy Sadler was a dirty ass motherfucker. That's how he was able to beat Willie Pep. But if Willie Pep knew how to fight back dirty on that motherfucker, you know, and he did try, and they did do some scuffles on the ground, but he didn't really know how to do it. He didn't know how to use his height as an advantage, his small size. If you the smaller guy, then you must be the smaller guy. If you're the bigger guy, then you must be the bigger guy. You understand what I'm saying? Use small to your advantage. Get as small as you can to get on the inside. And if this motherfucker been elbowing you on shit, then you use your fucking head, use your mouth, use your elbows, use everything, motherfucker. Don't let these motherfuckers run you over. Shit, it's a fight. Don't ever let them motherfuckers run you over. And use your size. Tangible boxing. All three of those guys have way better shot resistance than Kovalev. Yep. Cotto only got dropped when he was drained or his opponents had diamonds, emeralds, and concrete, etc. in their hands. And let's just remember, Cotto never ever has been knocked out. The fight has been stopped because the referee waved off the fight because Cotto was taking too much punishment and was to his head. Cotto's head was swollen up he was looking like the Elephant Man against Margarito. And against Pacquiao, the fight was stopped because he was just taking too much punishment to the head. It wasn't body shots, it was headshots he was getting hit with. And he just didn't see the headshots. Right? It wasn't body punching. Okay? Cotto gets caught with the uppercut. That's the problem with Cotto. He always get caught with the uppercut. Because his head be pushed out in front of him. So he get caught with the uppercut and he catch him with an uppercut right. And Pacquiao had an interesting kind of combo. We hit you with a right and then an uppercut. Cotto could jump off the Burj Khalifa and he would just be fine. Dude's pain tolerance was insane. Yeah, he was a bred warrior, man. Cotto take a lot of punishment and still keep going. That motherfucker would keep going. If the referee never stopped the fight, Cotto might get killed in the ring. Cotto's a dude. He take boxing real serious. He will fight to the very fucking end of his life, literally. If the ref never called a fight and the corner never throw in the towel, Cotto will keep on fighting. And whether it's a 12-rounder or not, Cotto will keep on fighting. That's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker Cotto was. That's why I have a lot of respect for Cotto. You know, at Cotto's latter end of his career, people was shitting on Cotto because he was no longer with Top Rank. And if you guys pay attention to the bullshit going on these days, I was listening to ESPN talking about, you know, they were saying, I had to mention this. I don't like to mention Floyd all the time, but Max fucking Kellerman was saying how Floyd was cherry picking his opponents, but Tyson Fury isn't. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, I don't even want to talk about the fight this weekend. You notice I haven't even talked about the fight this weekend concerning Tyson Fury. You know why? Because it's not worth it to talk about. Right? It's not worth it to talk about. I hope Otto Wilder knocks Tyson Fury's ass out. Then I got something to talk about. But other than that, what the fuck am I talking about that? That's a fucking cherry pick fight. Everybody knows that. Right? Right? Top Rank been doing cherry pick fights for the longest while. No disrespect to Top Rank and Bob Arum, but Terrence Crawford versus who? Kavaliauskas? Oh, he's number one contender. That's not a stay busy fight. That's what Terrence Crawford was saying tonight. I'm like, motherfucker, come on now. Please. Please. Alright? Who the fuck is this dude? He a top rank fighter? So Bob Arum's trying to get his top rank fighters to get fights. That's what he usually, you know. He's number one contender for the WBO, right? Your WBO and Top Rank, they like this, right? You know, so what the fuck? Whoever Bob Arum recommends, you know what I'm saying? You know? Intangible Boxing says, Otto Wallen's dad died. So he got that Buster Douglas motivation. Oh my God. Oh man. See? It's so humorous, man. You know what? Mike Alvarado, TBE. You know what, Mike Alvarado, TBE? Tell Mike Alvarado this. You should really get the Pacquiao fight, bro. You deserve it, bro. At least you did more than Otto Walden did to get a Tyson Fury fight. I don't know what the fuck going on with it. Some shit that Top Rank be doing is just shit. I mean, they're doing a good job with Lomachenko. Lomachenko is at least matched relatively good. You know, I mean, I hope he faces Devin Haney. You know, I hear Bob Arum talking about. I mean, I understand where Bob Arum's coming from, but at the same time, he's trying to protect Lomachenko right now. You know, Bob Arum's like, you know, Devin Haney probably in 2 years' time he'd be ready for Lomachenko. Yeah, you would like that, eh, Bob Arum? 2 years' time, get the fuck out of here. And then, you know, they're talking about Gervonta Davis. They wouldn't want Gervonta Davis to face Lomachenko. I'm laughing. I'm like, put Gervonta Davis in with Lomachenko right now. Let's just see what happens. They talking about Pacquiao versus Lomachenko. I even heard Bob Arum saying that's a good matchup. I'm not hearing nothing from Lomachenko. I'm not saying he can't handle Manny Pacquiao. I'm just saying I think Manny Pacquiao beats his ass, right? That's just what I think. I told you guys, I think I talked to Intangible, or somebody, I can't remember who it was. But I told you guys there are certain people who I just think will beat Lomachenko right now. And it's not no fault of Lomachenko, it's just that, you know, he don't got all-around game like that. People, you know, and I don't even want to shit on Lomachenko because he's a damn good fighter. And the shit that he done in boxing in those few fights already, I mean, he beat Guillermo Regal. I still got to take a pie in my face to Tommy Temper. I got to do that pie in my face. Because you was right about the Rigo thing, right? I was wrong about that. You know, he beat Guillermo Regal. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can't say this the Salido thing because that was his second fucking fight. And he was in a championship fight in his second pro fight. Get the fuck out of here if you say, you know, I mean, I still think Salido beats him. If Salido could fight him at lightweight or at super featherweight, I think Salido still beats his ass. I mean, Salido's retired now, but Salido's an inside fighter. He gonna get to the inside. You know? He got the skills to get to the inside. He rough and rugged. Lomachenko ain't got no answer for you on the inside. He just doesn't. He got no answer for you on the outside. If you're a good outboxer. You know? That's why he was so aggressive against Luke Campbell. He really ain't got no answer. He got to come straight at you and he got to use his strength and power. Try and overpower you, overwhelm you, and push you weak side so he could get to weak side. That's his whole thing. I told you guys. I already figured this dude out. I figured him out. You know? That's his thing. That's what it is. That's what he really... That's his game. You know? That's why I said Gervonta Davis gonna knock his ass out. Because Gervonta Davis got a lot more game than that. A lot more game than that. You know? So, yeah. You know, listen to the Bob Arum talk, and then his fighters be fighting these fucking lame-ass fights. Right? Look at all the top-ranked fights that have been on ESPN. There have been some lame-ass fucking fights. When was the last time you saw a good ESPN top-ranked fight? I mean, somebody, answer me that. The Zone been giving you lit fights. You know, the underdogs been serious underdogs. They've been guys, you know, looking like they really want to go somewhere. They want to do something, you know. But when it come to, you know, to ESPN, they've been giving you shit fights, straight up shit fights with their stars. You know, shit fights. You know, people was like, you know, I said Canelo versus Kovalev is a shit fight, and a lot of people didn't like when I said that. Because it's a legacy fight, and we fighting in another weight class. And I said it's a shit fight. I still say it's a shit fight. People can say what they want, but it's a shit fight for me. I'm not impressed by that. You know, that guy's tailor-made for Canelo. When he stopped him, what you guys gonna say? Oh, well, it was a great performance by Canelo. Bullshit. Bullshit my ass. He had bigger challenges down right in the weight division he was at. It's a legacy fight. My ass. Ain't no legacy fight. Okay, so Kovalev, he beat, and they're talking about Kovalev being a Hall of Famer and all that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. But hey, at least he'll have a guy that beat Bernard Hopkins Fought Andre Ward. You know, beat Elita Alvarez when he was undefeated. Outboxed him. Who else he beat? Who else did Kovalov beat that was worth the while talking about? They talk about Shabransky, who but was first stopped by the kid that Andre Ward knocked down and beat, the Cuban kid. Forgot what his name is. But come to me. Yeah. I'm not saying that Kovalov is a bad fighter. I just say he's the weakest champion out of them. He don't have all-around game. He just doesn't. That's his Achilles heel. That's the thing that's going to be his undoing. And then he's weak to the body. This just don't work with guys. Killers like fucking Canelo. They smell blood, they're going to take you out. They're going to take your ass out. They see weakness, they're going to take your fucking ass out. You're not going to stand in there with Canelo. He's not going to stand in there with Canelo. Y'all underestimate fucking Canelo. That's sad. After all this motherfucker did, and all this motherfucker showed you, y'all still doubting his ass or praying for his downfall. That's what's wrong with some of you motherfuckers out there. Y'all praying for Canelo's downfall. Y'all stupid, man. Oh, this guy gonna beat Canelo. Okay. I understand because, some people will say, I'm praying for Lomachenko's downfall. This motherfucker will beat. No, but I actually know how to beat Lomachenko now. I ain't trying to be. I don't hate Lomachenko. I don't. I think that motherfucker be doing some great stuff. I just know how to beat him. It's just what it is. I know how to beat him. Very clear. He's a mid-range fighter. I know how to beat Pacquiao. Does that mean I hate Pacquiao? No, it doesn't mean I hate Pacquiao. But I know how to beat him. I can tell you how to beat him. Whether you can execute it or not is another story, but I can tell you how to beat him. Intangible Boxing says, no way for Rigo to beat Loma. Rigo has a very limited game with one incredibly good facet in his game, which is counterpunching off the back foot. His footwork is also overrated. Yeah. He a limited fighter. Yeah, outboxer mostly. Can't fight on the inside that well. Got dropped a couple times on the inside. Yeah. Got nice foot. He has nice footwork sometimes. But yeah, it is overrated. And we're seeing that now. Dave Perez says, off topic, but who will Mikey Garcia fight next? Mikey Garcia, I don't know. I'm hearing Pacquiao. They're talking about talks about Mikey Garcia versus Pacquiao. It's an alright fight. I mean, for Mikey Garcia, it's great. For Pacquiao, it's like, dude coming off a loss. Oh man, you gonna live up to that theme where people coming off of losses again? Please don't do that, Pacquiao. But Pacquiao gonna be weighing his options because I think he's supposed to go to the Errol Spence versus Sean Porter fight. And when I did a poll, 65% of the people, 65% of you guys wanted him to face the winner of Errol Spence, Sean Porter. Yeah. The remaining percentage, most of them wanted him to face Mayweather. That's what's up. Me personally, I think he should face Danny Garcia. I don't know if Danny Garcia wants to face him. I wouldn't see why Danny Garcia wouldn't want to face him. The only problem is there's some real danger there because Danny Garcia can really hit. I think he's the hardest hitting welterweight in the division right now. From what Keith Thurman said, Danny Garcia got some fucking power. Canelo's going to become Klitschko size in 3 years. Probably he might go up to heavyweight. Who knows? Canelo's not tall though. He's compact. He's short. And this motherfucker still gets to the inside of fighters. But it kind of remind me of Brian Adams versus Jamal Charlo. Brian Adams knew how to get to the inside of Jamal Charlo. Made the fight pretty difficult for Charlo, even though he was losing every round. But Charlo is not weak to the body. So Brian Adams couldn't take him out, and Charlo would fight back. And Dr. Boxer says that Canelo would vigorously call out Deontay Wilder. Oh my God. Canelo's a heavyweight. That would be funny as fuck. You taking on Usyk and Deontay Wilder. But yeah, like I said before, he has that defense. So like guys like Wilder, I don't think Wilder does him anything. Of course, you'd have to build up strength and actually spar heavyweights and shit. You'd have to spar heavyweights and shit like that, but build up his power. But again, the problem with Canelo is he's got good defense. And that's what you see. A lot of people don't understand that it's defense makes a big difference in boxing. Defense, but most people just don't understand shit about boxing, so it don't really make a difference what I say. And we saw Canelo's defense on display against Danny Jacobs, who is a fucking phenomenal boxer. Danny Jacobs got a lot of skills, a lot of tools. Danny Jacobs goes from orthodox to southpaw. Danny Jacobs has 3 different kinds of jabs. Kovalev got 1 fucking kind of jab. Listen to me carefully. Danny Jacobs got 3 fucking kinds of jabs. And he does it in either stance. He couldn't touch Canelo. And he's 6 feet tall. Like Kovalev. So I don't know what you people thinking. Y'all talking about Triple G hit Canelo with a jab. When did Triple G actually hit Canelo with a jab? A proper jab. A stiff power jab. 0 times in 2 fights. But he won somehow. Y'all pointed Canelo, some shit like that, y'all say. Yeah, his jab could not keep Canelo at bay. His jab couldn't back Canelo up. His jab couldn't do shit to Canelo. But, these styles boxing believes that once Canelo gets hit with the power of Sergey Kovalev, he's going to stay on the outside like, Elita Alvarez did. Just that Elita Alvarez is not Canelo Alvarez. He's an Alvarez, but he ain't Canelo. Man, y'all, come on, man. Come on. This is boxing, man. Canelo moves up to super heavyweight and fights in the Olympics. Oh my God, intangible boxer. You a funny man. You're one funny dude. Dave Perez, do you think Anthony Joshua will retain his belts? Yes, I do. No, sorry. No. I think Andy Ruiz beats him again. I think Andy Ruiz will beat him again. Styles make fights. I see Anthony Joshua's lost some weight, trimmed himself down, so he's going to try and outbox Andy Ruiz a little bit more. He had success earlier on with Andy Ruiz, so he's probably going to try and use that blueprint. Yeah, intangible, I agree. Ruiz is just not a good matchup for AJ. Again, this is just common sense, right? AJ is kind of similar to Cole. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree. Because Andy Ruiz don't just come in on you so you can get tagged up. He's feinting before he comes in. And he snaps back. Kind of like a la Pacquiao. He snaps back on the outside. So when you start throwing a punch, he would just lean back. You rock back. And then he comes in on you. Like Pacquiao does. That's why he picked Pacquiao to beat Mayweather if they have a rematch. Because he has a similar kind of style like Pacquiao. He throws a lot of punches really rapidly once he gets to the inside of you. He's machine gun fire. So you have to either slip to the inside of Andy Ruiz. And you got to do it really well. That's what Joseph Parker did. He would change up range on him. So Joseph Parker either fight him on the outside or he slip to the inside. Either tie him up on the inside or he stab him with a punch, dip in, and then dip back out. But Joseph Parker got speed. AJ don't got that kind of speed. AJ gonna have to count on timing. Because if he don't, and he gotta know how to throw what he's throwing. Like I don't know how to explain this, but every punch has a meaning behind it. There should be intention to every single punch. So if AJ decides he's gonna slip to the inside of Ruiz, then he better know what kind of punch he's gonna do, because it all depends on how Ruiz is reacting to it. Like I can't tell you what punch he would have to use. It would be depending on what Ruiz is doing. But you know, that's what AJ need to be working on. That shit. You know, and I don't know if he's working on that shit. So, you know, I think that Andy Ruiz basically. I don't think Andy Ruiz will stop AJ this time, but I definitely see him getting inside of AJ's jab and closing the gap on him as the fight goes along. He was already doing that early on in the fight before he got caught by AJ. AJ was doing a great job of keeping him at bay, but Ruiz was closing the gap because of just the way how he moves very systematically, and that jab to the pit is always a factor. And I think Ruiz is just going to go to it even more, because he can touch AJ with the jab anytime he wants to. So I think Andy Ruiz wins the rematch. I'll be happy if AJ wins it though. So, because I like AJ as a person. I just think as a boxer, he bit off more than he could chew right now. But it's a gutsy move, and I like it, and I appreciate it. I applaud him for it. But I don't think he's ready for Andy Ruiz. Not right now. Dave Perez. Ruiz by knockout? Not necessarily. Like I said before. AJ might be able to handle, you know, that flurry of punches. Again, what AJ should be looking at is what Joseph Parker did to Andy Ruiz. If he could vary up the range a little bit, slip to the inside, slip to the outside, tie him up sometimes. You got to do different things. You can't just tie him up all the time. You tie him up sometimes. You smother his offense sometimes. You know, you look at what Joseph Parker do. Sometimes you do an in and out. Sometimes, you know, you do different things to throw him off. Or sometimes you just throw a jab in between of his flurry and I'll offset him. But you got to have perfect timing. AJ should trade on the inside with Ruiz to surprise him. I don't think that's a good idea. That's how he got dropped the first time. He tried to be a small guy. You gotta pot shot that motherfucker. You gotta use disruptors. So you get to the inside, you land one punch, you either clinch up or you pivot out. And you gotta hope when you pivot it out, you don't get caught. You land a punch, you roll under. If you land a punch, you snap back. You land a punch and you pivot. Or you punch off of the pivot. Hope that motherfucker don't follow you. Because Ruiz got quick feet, man. He got quick hands. So his speed is his advantage. So you could catch Ruiz with a punch and he would still keep coming at you. That's the scary thing about him. He's very dangerous. Yeah, I give him mad props for the immediate rematch, but I just don't think that was a sensible thing to do. He should have spent a little bit more time trying to correct what he was doing. AJ should take the Mayweather approach to Castillo in the second one. Yeah, right, good. Perfect. Exactly. Because Mayweather varied range, you know, but again, does AJ have that kind of quickness? See, Mayweather had a quickness advantage over Castillo. Doesn't have a quickness advantage over Ruiz. Ruiz is the quicker fighter. So he's gonna have to depend on this. He's gonna have to take a page out of Eric Morales' book. Timing. Gotta use his length and his range and timing. You gotta think about like Juan Manuel Marquez. You gotta have that timing down pat. I just don't think he has it right now. No, he does not have the foot speed. He don't have the foot speed. He don't have the hand speed, and that's a problem. So I hope that he uses pivot work. I hope he tries to keep it at the center of the ring. I hope he's not trying to circle Ruiz, because that'll fuck him up. You got to make Ruiz circle him so he can pivot and adjust to Ruiz. He's got to bully Ruiz a bit. He got to push Ruiz back. I don't think Ruiz can fight well going backwards. Just push Ruiz back. That's the goal. It's tricky because Ruiz can counterpunch his ass, but that's the risk you have to take. You got to push him back. See how he does fighting going backwards. I don't think Ruiz does very well fighting going backwards. That's what Joshua got to do. So it's those little tricks with the trade he has to try to figure out. See, Canelo can fight going backwards. He proved it by fighting the entire fight with Triple G going backwards. Fighting off the back foot. So Canelo showed you he could fight going backwards. He could fight going forwards. He could fight inside of the pocket. He could fight outside the pocket. Even though he prefers to fight inside the pocket. And he's got almost all-round game. Kovalev don't have that shit. Kovalev don't have that shit. Kovalev can fight going backwards. He can fight going forwards. The problem with Kovalev is he cannot fight on the inside. He can fight a little bit of mid-range, but he's mostly an outboxer. And that will fuck him up. Styles make fights, baby. Yeah, so Ryan Garcia was talking about, you can see he was disappointed with Golden Boy because, again, certain information just never came to him, you know? Intelligible Boxing says Canelo doesn't have great foot speed. He makes up for it with pivot work, with his hip and head movement. Also, he has good pivot work. He has good pivot work. How he creeps in on you and cuts those angles is very, very, very interesting. Yeah, but he's not light-footed. He's not light-footed. He's explosive, but he's not light-footed. You're correct. But he is hella quick. He's quick. But he's not light-footed, no. He's surprisingly quick. And he sets traps. He sets traps. He sets traps for his opponents. And they fall for it every single time. He's a counterpuncher. That's what he do. So don't be surprised if Kovalev feels like he's getting Canelo to the ropes and he's doing some damage and then boom! Canelo counterpunches his ass. That's Canelo for you. People don't know, man. They just don't understand. I remember James Kirkland came out with a great flurry and everybody's like, Kirkland got Canelo in trouble. Nope, you don't. Canelo just using that defense and watching behind the guard. And then after all of that shit, Kirkland gets dropped in the next round. And then he gets stopped in the next round. And knocks him the fuck out. It's Canelo, man. People just don't understand. That motherfucker ain't going nowhere. That motherfucker can fight a cruiserweight for all we care. And still, because of that defense, he can hang with them big boys. James Kirkland has true all-around game. Yep. He got all-around game. How to get knocked the fuck out. How to eat punches and still win the fight. How to eat punches and lose a fight. He's got all-around game, indeed. They talking about Ann Wolf. Ann Wolf wouldn't have helped him against Canelo. Ann Wolf got her ass out of that. So she wouldn't be associated with James Kirkland getting his ass beat. Kirkland was able to beat Glenn Tapia. And we learned later that Glenn Tapia gets knocked out by everybody. He ain't beating no fucking Canelo. Alright, H. says, I heard Quillen is facing Angulo. Imagine if that was 2014. Gaddy Ward 2.0. I don't know. I mean, Quillen got some good boxing skill. Angulo's too small for Quillen. It's too small for Quillen. When Angulo was 154, Quillen was at 160. And Quillen was a big 160. When Angulo was at 160, Quillen was at 168. Now, Angulo's gonna go up to 168 to face Quillen. Oh man, didn't know Angulo still fights. Isn't this guy coming back? What's his name from England at 55? These motherfuckers crazy, man. But hey, do what you do. I mean, do what you do. Yeah. So, um, not Liam Smith. Not Liam Smith. I forgot what the guy's name is. He fought. He fought Chris Eubank. He and Chris Eubank had a rivalry. Yeah, Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn's coming back to fight. I don't know why that motherfucker would try and do something like that. Maybe he's trying to inspire people. Who knows? Say he's in good shape, so whatever. But you know, it was just talk. I was listening to some boxing talk where they're talking about boxers who just don't know how to lead the game. You know, I'm thinking about Floyd and Floyd not wanting to lead the game. I mean, he's still doing exhibition matches. I'm like, Ninja, just stop fucking boxing. Just stop boxing. If you're not gonna actually have a professional fight, I mean, anyway, I can't tell the dude what to do. I mean, and besides his exhibition fights, but still, nonetheless, you know, I mean, unless he's coming back to face Pacquiao, what's the use, man? I mean, move on to another stage of your life. But I can't tell the dude what to do. I scratch my head at the last two fights he had. Conor McGregor fight and Berto fight. I just scratched my head. I'm like, dude, he was doing so well, and then he just decided to fight this fucking gimme fight with Berto, and then a ridiculous debutante fight with Conor McGregor. I mean, I get it. It's a money making fight, but like, you know, I just didn't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm being honest. I maybe have Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight, but I just didn't get them last two fights. To be honest with you, they made good money. They made good money, but didn't mean anything to me. You know. So, Pacquiao fight was great, and every other fight leading up to that, even the Robert Guerrero fight, was compelling because Robert Guerrero had actually dusted Andre Berto. You know, he dusted Andre Berto. So we wanted to see a Floyd coming out of prison, what he could do. You know, man, I am tired. I'm now lying on the ground. I'm tired. But yeah, I mean, what did Andre Ward do? Andre Ward, his last fight was against Sergey fucking Kovalev. You know what I mean? He left the game on top. Pound for pound number one. Andre motherfucking Ward. Badass motherfucker. Ring Magazine rated Guerrero 10 pound for pound at the time. He was to people a bum. Oh man, the Ring. 10 pound for pound. What the fuck? How could he be number 10 in the pound for pound rankings? What the fuck was going on there? He was the third. He was ranked number 3 in the welterweight division by the Ring that year. He was number 3. It was Mayweather 2000. Hey, Mayweather, Timothy Bradley, or Pacquiao. I can't remember which one. I think it was Timothy Bradley because Pacquiao got his ass knocked out by Marquez the year before. So I think it was Bradley. It was Floyd Bradley, and then I think it was Robert Guerrero. As to pound for pound, what the fuck is Robert Guerrero being on the pound for pound list for? How could he ever be on the pound? I mean, he was 2-time world champion in 2 different weight classes. Came up all the way up from featherweight, but you know, I mean, He walked up 5 weight divisions. People don't know that, but Guerrero did his shit. He did his shit. He had some good names on his resume too, as he was going up. But as to say he was pound for pound in the top 10 pound for pound fighter. What was going on in 2013? You had fucking Canelo. You know, you had Canelo, Cotto. Uh, you had Sergio Martinez. He had to be in the pound for pound list. What else you had then? I think you had Pacquiao. Oh, yeah, Pacquiao was still there. Motherfucking Marquez was there. Bradley was there. Pacquiao was there. I could always look it up right now, but I just don't want to do that. You know, you had motherfuckers in the pound for pound list, man. Oh, somebody might ask me, well, you know, what you need? What the fuck are you doing lying down on the ground? I like lying down on the ground in a chair. I'll tell you why. If you lie on a chair, the cushion caves in. If you lie on the ground does not cave in. It's a great back support for you. Besides that, y'all don't understand. Trinidad is fucking hot right now. I have a fan blowing on me right now as I speak. It is so fucking hot. So when I lie on the ground, it's cool, and I feel cooler, right? Especially after you eat. Just want to lie down on something solid and stuff. So the ground is very, very solid. And it's also cool. So that's why I'm lying on the ground. Yeah, but I can't. Oh my god, I just want to go to sleep. I really am tired. Let's see what happens. You know, I put up some health tips for you guys so you can have some healthy living. And for those of you who want to go into professional boxing or do some boxing, give yourself 2 to 3 years. If you're still healthy, you're going to get healthier, you know, and you're going to get fitter if you do the right things. And you will be able to, you'll see a big improvement in your life. And, you know, if you really implement boxing, even if you're not going to do it for a tournament or something, just for exercise, it's fucking great. It's great. I'll tell you that. That's what you guys are saying. I'm so tired right now. Guerrero was like a divisional champ, yeah, or 4. Yep, he was. He was featherweight, super featherweight. I don't think he was lightweight. I think he was super lightweight, interim or some shit like that. And yeah, he was a good motherfucker. Victor Ortiz too. Victor Ortiz is an underrated good fighter. You know what? I must go through these guys. Ortiz and Guerrero, because those are the 2 guys they say were the weakest links in Mayweather's shit. I really honestly think the weakest links in Mayweather's shit was Berto and Conor McGregor. All the rest were former world champions and shit. And I'm not saying Berto wasn't, but I just think he was the weakest. Thoughts on Sergio Martinez game? Sergio Martinez was an outboxer as well. He could not fight on the inside. Not a good inside fighter. He used a lot of fucking foot movement, which is why Antonio Margarito beat his ass when he was younger. A lot of foot movement, no inside game. This is why Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. almost wrecked his ass. And southpaw, so he had a nice. You know, he reminded me of a little bit, but not as good. Sergio Martinez reminded me of a rough shot version of Erislandy Lara. I would like to see Lara versus Martinez, actually. Erislandy Lara boxes. Sergio Martinez boxes something like Erislandy Lara. Except Erislandy Lara doesn't throw as many combinations. You know. You know who Sergio Martinez reminded me of as well? I don't know if you guys remember this dude, Acelino Freitas. Now, just today, I was listening to, Barry Hunter Talk about Benny Leonard, the ghetto wizard. You know, I was talking about Benny Leonard. For those of you who have seen Benny Leonard fight and shit, you know how he used the jab and to deal with southpaws and shit, really great. See Floyd use a jab against the southpaw is a beautiful thing to see. You know, Benny Leonard did it on the drop of a dime. It's really fucking good. Yeah, you can learn a lot of boxing from Benny Leonard. But yeah, I was saying. Oh my god. I was saying that what was I saying? Sergio Martinez, yeah. So Sergio Martinez, southpaw. A big advantage to him because he was used to fighting orthodox fighters. He was used to fighting. My eyes are red. He was used to fighting orthodox fighters, but orthodox fighters weren't used to fighting him. You know. But who did he really face? Who was the guys that Sergio Martinez really faced? So he to win the championship, the middleweight championship, that is. He beat the dude, the guy, right? I forgot what his name is. He's the same guy that Bernard Hopkins beat. Oh, I forgot his name. He beat that dude anyway. I can't remember the guy's name. He beat him. Kelly Pavlik. Thank you very much. Beat Kelly Pavlik. And after that, you know, he beat he stopped what's the kid's name? How am I forgetting the names of these guys? Paul Williams. Which was shocking, really. Knocked him the fuck out. One punch knockout. Paul Williams don't know what hit him. And then I think he had 5 more championship fights. With Matthew Matlin, Julius Cesar Chavez Jr., and a couple others. What made him so good was the fact that he didn't really have an extensive amateur background. Started boxing late. And still was able, with his style, to be a long-reigning world champion. You know? Yeah. I was just looking at Tony Canzoneri. Tony fucking Canzoneri was junior welterweight champion, lightweight champion, and featherweight champion at a certain point in time. Anyways, man, I think I'm gonna go to sleep. So, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Sergio Martinez. So Sergio Martinez, he had a good career. I mean, man, I'm tired too, bro. My eyes are red. I'm shutting down. So I'll see you guys later, man. It was good talking to you guys, but I'm very, very beat. I had a long day. We got a lot of things done, but I still got a lot more to do. If I can actually see him in a good position. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll talk some more boxing. Tonight, I think, is Heather Hardy versus Amanda Serrano. I'm not going to be watching that live, but I'm very interested in that fight. I got Serrano. And, of course, Devin Haney is going to be facing Abdulaev. I got Haney. I don't know how he's going to win. Abdullah is a tough contender, a tough competitor, so it should be an interesting fight. Ryan Garcia was supposed to face Avery Sparrow. That's not happening. So he may get a replacement. We'll hope for the best. See how he showcases his skills tomorrow. On that note, man, you guys have a good one. Deuces, peace. There's a lot more I could talk about in boxing. But, man, I'm so tired right now. I need to go to my bed and sleep. So I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.